to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it.
Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, 6-yard. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, it's Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Running is Drake. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. Looking to throw on second down. Driver into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise,
and he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Hey, check, Mike 21, Mike 21. Hey, check, Mike 21, Mike 21, check, Mike 21.
To throw on third down. Driver. Now he'll escape to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Silver. Check 43. He's crashing.
A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw on 2nd down. Driver. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. He can't get him down. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Backed up where they were on this side of the field, that was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
To throw again. Driver flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 2. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Allen throwing again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Bills on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Allen now looks to throw. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check 24, check 24, check 13, check 13.
Try to punch it into Taylor. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Let's go, we got this, we got this. Shift! Watch the shift! Alert 3, alert 3! Alert 3!
Taylor. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now Allen. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Allen. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bills' passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Here's Taylor, and from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Taylor. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the fourth down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on fourth down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a second time for 6 points.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Push him back. Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Back to throw. Driver. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Check Mike 20. Check Mike 21.
Operating from the gun. Driver going deep here for Bryant. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding.
Come on now.
Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To the air, Allen. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Colby Listenby as the first half is winding down. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Sanders is good. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen trying to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Mike 54. It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
On first down, Drake. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it at it.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Check 26.
From the gun, Driver, and the pressure gets to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? And a big loss here as he's taken down. Darius Leonard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Christian Wilkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. He's going to air one out. It got his man complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play here for Buffalo. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Allen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Allen's throw is complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 13. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Stop your whining. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, I'm coming after you, I'm coming after you.
On 3rd down, Driver being chased. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bills have recovered.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. On 1st down, it's Taylor. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Five wide.
Here's Allen. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We call that sack block.
A big loss on the play brings up 2nd down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw is Marino. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with a don't fumble the football.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Milano. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Another try after the first down sack. Marino. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Driver. He completes it to Bryant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he doesn't have a lot of time to throw the football.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Bucky Hodges, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, watch the slant.
To throw, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Driver. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
At the 33-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They got a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Allen off the play fake. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here comes Grant on the return. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Go!
Now Marino on first down. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So Allen's going to look to throw. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were
trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means...
And in the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Driver. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity.
And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Touchdown, Dolphins. The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown, that is intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Check 52's the money.
Back to throw. Allen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's Marino to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Driver. And he's going to go down again. Micah Hyde comes flying in from safety for the sack. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bills, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.